Hello guys, good morning. Today let's look at the different markets so we can find something to do on them. Um, okay, I want us to look at a different one. Let's look at its volatility 31s. So let's look at the volatility 31s and let's see what it has for us. So on the volatility 31s, one thing we can easily see is price has been giving us breaks to the downside and drops to the downside, which is simply something important we want to see. We had this break of structure at this point here, and we had a retest at some point, and also we had another break of structure at this point, and yes. So at the moment, we tend to be operating around a range which is between this point in line with all of this area and within this point. So at the current price point, we have this area of resistance which is respecting this order block. This also, you can call it an area of resistance too. So which is respecting this area of resistance, which makes sense. Then we would simply do what? We'll go to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, we would simply go to our line graph and we'll plot our trend line. Okay. So plot our trend line. So having plotted my trend line this way, one thing I'll simply do is at this point price broke, but then it still did a little bit of retracement, and currently we want to analyze for this price point. So what we'll simply do is we can simply adjust this to this price point, which is to this point here, and then let's watch how price would react. So we'll go back to our chart, and then we are analyzing the market. We already got a break of structure at this point. We've got price reject into the upside, respect a zone there, which is we've had price break this zone. We've also had price reject into what some persons will call another block, some persons will call resistant level. So anything you call it, it's rejected into this area, which is quite alright. In any which way you would have been able to take it, whether other block or level of resistance points. So after looking at that, that was the reason which gave all these sales. Now, the first persons who would have taken this trade would have taken TP at this point. First major TP would have been at this price point, which is here. And even inside this trade, let's just go a little bit deeper. So even inside this trade, there was an opportunity here, which was we got multiple break of structures at this point, and what happened? We had price rally back up into this other block here, which created the break, and this was a very long sell. So now after this has happened, first TP has been hit. Now price still continued dropping and gave this reaction here and continued dropping. So all of this is a good information for us, but we'll have to go back to the 4 hours time frame and let's look at what is happening. Now most times when you get price consolidating a lot before dropping, you find out that it might not even give a major retracement into different levels for it to continue to drop. So that being the case, let's go down to our marking as levels. So we have this level which is 1. I would like to put this color back to blue. So we have this level which is 1. We have this resistance level again which is 2. Now all these resistance levels are points where we expect price to get into and possibly give us a rejection from those areas. We have this level again which is 1. We have this point. We have this point. Now these inner ones, basically I don't expect price to give me like major reaction, but then look at it now, it's from the 4 hours time frame, so it's a serious place to look out for. Now this one is in alignment with this area here, so I'll just mark this area. So now what am I saying? This particular rejection we can see from here is an entry from this point to this point. So if we should go to the 15 minutes time frame, and you are getting to see the video almost at the same point I'm posting it, you're already late. We're already late in entering based on the fact it has dropped. But then one thing I want you to understand is you can see that in alignment with our markup, we had price do what? Giving break of structure at this point. And if you want to go a little bit further, you'll find out that there was another block. These are the other block here. These other block were here, which helped to support this drop in alignment with prices respecting our particular level. So now it's just approaching the take profit, and then it's what it is. This is a new order block, but we won't just catch it that way. We want to see price come into this point. So if you can see price get into this other block again, then it will be a good opportunity for you to take on a sell. So let's go back. So that particular trade, if one is looking at that, this point is the first take profit, and then price dropping down to this next level is the second take profit. So let's see. So having done that, the next point we'll be looking out for again to mark is this point. And I think that'll be all. The other ones, the smaller levels, but I don't want everything to be, I don't want the chart to be so messy. So all these levels, okay guys, I've gotten at all the levels. So just to watch out for all these levels while price is coming down, you expect it to either bounce from this point, then reject from this or this area, any of the lines, and we continue our trend to the downside. Now there's a major break of structure here if you go to the higher time frame. So this order block may be significant in alignment with this retracement. So let's see how price will move. So you can mark up your chart and allow price to make a retracement, and you look at how to enter. In the meantime, we are expecting price to drop from this point to this point. So I would give you just like so in the meantime, we're expecting price to drop from around here. Say put in price here, stop loss here, and then TP here. So the only thing now is it's already still dropping fine, but the only thing now is we want to see possible price rejection. You understand? So we want to see possible price rejection from this area into this point, and then let's see. So maybe it gets here and gets back up, or you can go to the smaller time frame to look for an entry based on 4-hour retracement after the next 4 hours. Let's see. I think the new 4 hours just started, so let's try that and see when we could get a possible retracement. Now using the hours based on retracement is just trying to go a little bit okay, let's see. So basically you can see this is the 4 hours closing, so we can possibly be waiting for a retracement on the next 4 hours in order to ride the next sell, you understand, to this point. So I think that is something you can wait for, which is price taking out this point, then getting back and then giving us a sell to the downside. So this is something that will be cool to see. This is something that will be okay to see. It would possibly, if I know you, in fact, it's a scalp now, so you already understand the overall trend. So you are not looking at taking the swing. You're just looking at catching the interim trade. So we didn't get this one, but I believe you should be able to get this one. Let's see how price play out. But if it doesn't retrace here, wait for it to come back. If it doesn't retrace from this point here, I would say you should wait for price to drop to this point and retrace, then still catch it to the downside. So whichever way it reacts, it's an entry over here. So that is what we have for volatility 31S. Do have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. Make good use of the information.